Hi everyone, welcome back sa aking channel. So for today's video, we will discuss the solution of a linear congruence. So we have three cases for the solution of linear congruence. So the first one is no solution, second one is one solution, and then third one is many solutions. Okay? So if we have AX is congruent to B modulo N, find the value of X. Find the value of X that will make this linear congruence true. So in order for the linear congruence to have one solution, the GCF or GCD, the GCF of A and N must divide B. If the GCF of A and N divides B, then there is a solution. If it does not divide, then there is no solution. Okay, so let's answer. I have 6 linear congruence here. Number 1, we have 4x congruent to 3 modulo n. So let's solve this. We have 4x congruent to 3 modulo 2. Okay, so modulo 2. Let's get first the GCF of 4 and 2. So GCF of this A and N. So what is the GCF of 4 and 2? The GCF of 4 and 2 is equal to 2. And 2 must divide this number 3. So 2 does not divide 3. So therefore, there is no solution for number 1. There is no solution. Okay? So no solution because 2 does not divide 3. Okay, so let's try the second example. So try the second example. We have 5x congruent to 11 modulo 15. So get first the GCF of 5 and 15. The GCF of 5 and 15 is equal to 5. Okay? Again, 5 does not divide 11. So 5 does not 11 or 11 is not divisible by 5. So therefore, there is no solution to this linear congruence. Okay? So let's try number 3. So let's try number 3. We have 3x congruent to 5 modulo 8. So 3x is congruent to 5 modulo 8. So let's solve this. Verify first if there is a solution. So GCF of 3 and 8. GCF of 3 and 8, that is equal to 3 and 8 are relatively prime. That means the GCF is 1. So if the GCF is 1, automatic, that is any number is divisible by 1. So 1 divides 5. So therefore, there is solution to this. So there are two ways to find the solution of this. We can use trial and error, or we can divide. So let's first use the trial and error. Let's just substitute the value of x 1 to 7 because we have modulo 8. The possible answer to this, the value of x is, possible answers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It should be 1 less than our modulus 8. So we can substitute all these numbers to find the solution. So if the modulus is small, we can try this trial and error. So let's try 0. So we have 3 times 0. We stop until we get this value 5. So 3 times 0, that is 0. And 0 is congruent to, of course, that is 0 modulo 8. We are looking for answer of 5. Okay? So let's try 1. We have 3 times 1, that is equal to 3. And 3 is congruent to, since 3 is less than 8, so automatic that is the remainder. So we have 3 modulo 8. So this is not what we are looking for. We want the remainder to be 5. Okay, so let's try 2. 3 times 2, that is equal to 6. And 6 is congruent to 6 is less than 8. So we have 6 modulo 8. Okay, so this is not the answer. We want it to be 5. So next we have 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. And what is the remainder? When we divide 9 by 8, so the remainder to that, 9 minus 8 is 1. So we have 1 modulo 8. So again, this is not the answer. Let's try for 3 times 4 is equal to 12. And what is the remainder? When 12 is divided by 8, the remainder is 12 minus 8. So we have 4. So we have 4 modulo 8. Again, this is not the remainder because we want 5. Next, we try 5. 3 times 5, that is equal to 15. And then 15 is congruent to, let's subtract 8, 15 minus 8. So we have 7 modulo 8. So this is not the answer. Next, we have 3 times 6. That is equal to 18. 18 is congruent to what is the remainder when divided by 8. We have 2. 18 minus 16. 16 is multiple of 8. So we have 2 modulo 8. So this is not the answer. Let's try the last one. For sure, this will be the answer. 3 times 7, that is equal to 21. And 21 is congruent to, let's subtract multiples of 8, 21 minus 16. We have 5 modulo 8. Okay, so therefore, the answer is x equals 7. So when x equals 7, this congruence is true because 3 times 7 is congruent to 3 times 7, that is 21, and 21 modulo 8 is equal to 5. So this is one of the solutions, 7. But yung general form of our solution is x is equal to 7 plus, we can add the multiple of 8, 7 times 8k, where k is integer. So that means when we add 8, 7 plus 8, we have, that is 15. We can substitute 15 to x. Okay? Because our modulus is 8, we can add or subtract 8k. K here is any integer. It can be positive, negative, or 0. So the solution from 0 to 8 is x equals 7. But the general solution, remember, x is equal to 7 plus 8k. Okay? So that is what our one solution by trial and error. We will just substitute x equals 0 up to our modulus 1 less than 8. So that is 7. So the possible solution, 0 to 7. Okay, so let's try the other solution. This is easier. Using the, we will just change the residue 5. Okay, so let's try this. The easier one. We will just divide this. So if we have 3x congruent to 5 modulo 8, all we have to do is replace 5 by adding or subtracting multiple of 8. So 5 here, we can add 8. So 5 plus 8 is 13. We can replace 5 by 13 since we have modulus of 8. So 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 8, we have 21. 21 plus 8, we have 29, and so on. We can also subtract negative. So 5 minus 8, we have negative 3. Negative 3 minus 8, we have negative 11, and so on. Okay? So we can replace 5 with any of these numbers. So these are called the residues of our modular arithmetic. We can replace 5 to any of this number, but make sure it is divisible by 3 so that we can divide this linear congruence by 3 and we can now solve for x. So choose the number that is divisible by 3. We can choose negative 3 or positive 21. So let's try positive 21. So we have 3x is congruent to replace 5 by 21. So we have 21 modulo 8. Now, we can divide both sides. Divide both sides by 3. cancel out 3. Therefore, x is congruent to 21 divided by 3. That is 7 modulo 8. So therefore, the answer is 7. Same with our solution a while ago. By using trial and error, the answer is 7. If we choose negative 3, we have 3x is congruent to, let's replace 5 with negative 3, and then we have modulo 8. Let's see if we will get same answer. We can divide both by 3. Divide by 3, therefore x is congruent to negative 3 divided by 3, we have negative 1 modulo 8. Usually the answer must be a positive number that is less than 8. So negative 1, we can add 8 to this, our modulus. So therefore, x is congruent to negative 1 plus 8. That is 7 modulo 8. So therefore, same answer. The answer is 7. Okay? So remember the technique. Replace this residue by adding or subtracting multiple of 8. Then we will use the residue that is divisible by this numerical coefficient of x, 3. Okay, so let's try the next example, number 4. Right? The next example, number 4, we have 4x congruent to 2 modulo 5. 2 modulo 5. Okay? So let's try by substitution, by trial and error, we try 0 up to 1 less than the modulo. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we can use trial and error if the modulus is small. But imagine if the modulus is 2 digits or 3 digits, we cannot use this. So we must use we change this number, the 2, by adding or subtracting multiple of 5. So by trial and error, so let's just substitute 0 to 4. When x is 0, 4 times 0, that is equal to 0. Of course, 0 modulo 5 is 0. Okay, so 0 modulo 5. So with 4 times 1, that is equal to 4. And then 4 is congruent to 4 modulo 5. We want the remainder to be 2. Okay, so let's try 2. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. 8 is congruent to subtract 5. So we have 3 modulo 5. So let's try 3. 4 times 3, that is equal to 12. And 12 modulo 5, the answer to that is 2. 12 minus multiple of 5, that is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. So we have 2 modulo 5. So this is what we are looking. We got 2. So therefore, the value of x is equal to 3. So the general solution for this, general solution is 3 plus 5k. K is any integer. Okay? So we forgot to verify. Let's find the GCF. Verify if there is a solution. GCF of 4 and 5, that is equal to 1, and 1 divides 2. Okay? So therefore, there is a solution to this linear congruence. Let's try the other solution. So the general solution is 3 plus 5 times k. K is any integer. So meaning the answer are, it has solution when x is equal to 3, we have plus 5, we have 8, plus 5, we have 13, plus 5, we have 18, 23, and so on. We can also subtract 5. Okay? So let's try the other solution. So the easier solution, we just substitute 2 such that number must be divisible by 4. Let's add 5. So we have 2. Next positive number is 2 plus 5. We have 7. Plus 5, we have 12. Okay, so we stop here because 12 is already divisible by 4. Okay, so we have 4x is congruent to Substitute 12 to 2. So we have 12 modulo 5. So we can now divide by 4. Therefore, x is congruent to 12 divided by 4. We have 3 modulo 5. Okay? Same answer. The value of x is 3. Okay? So next, number 5. Let's try number 5. 5, it has many solutions. Okay? Number 5 has many solutions. If we have 2x congruent to 4 modulo 8, we have 4 modulo 8. So if we look at the numbers, so we have 2, 4, and 8, they are all divisible by 2. So this is the same as divide all by 2, GCF of 2, 4, and 8, 2. So divide all by 2, so we have x is congruent to 4 divided by 2, we have 2. And then we have divide also this 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. Okay? And then, we get the GCF. GCF of 2 and 8, GCF of 2 and 8, that is 2, and 2 divides 4. Okay? So, let's verify first. GCF of 2 and 8 is equal to 2. And 2 divides this, 2 divides 4. So, therefore, there is a solution. There is a solution to this. Okay? So, x is congruent to 2 modulo 4. There is no coefficient of x, so that means our solution here is 2. The value of x is 2. So, substitute x equals 2 into this. So, we will get 2 times 2. Substitute x equals 2. 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. And 4 is congruent to 4 modulo 8. Okay? And then another solution to this, just add 4. Just add 4. So we have another solution is 2 times 2 plus 4. We have 2 times 2 plus 4. We have 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is another solution. 2 times 6, that is equal to 12. And 12 is congruent to modulo 8. So 12 minus 8, that is 4. So we have 4 modulo 8. So the solution to 2x congruent to 4 modulo 8 are x equals 2, and then we add the remainder, we add the modulus, 2 plus 4, we have 2 and 6, and so on. So therefore, the solutions that is less than 8 are 2 and 6. But the general solution to this is 2 plus 8k. K is any integer, and then 6 plus 8k. Okay? So these are the two solutions for this linear congruence. Okay? So once we find one solution, all we have to do is add the modulus. Add the modulus. So we have two solutions for this. Okay, so let's try the last example. So we have 9x. 9x is congruent to 3 modulo 6. So verify first if it has solution. GCF of 9 and 6. GCF of 9 and 6, that is equal to 3. And 3 divides the value of b. 3 divides 3. Okay? So meaning, it has solution and it has many solutions because 9, 3, and 6, they are all divisible by 3. Okay? So let's divide all by 3. Divide all by 3. So therefore, divide this by 3. We have 3x congruent to 3 divided by 3. We have 1. And then we have modulo 6 divided by 3. We have 2. Okay? So now, find the solution. We must replace 1 by a number that is divisible by 3. So we can add 2. We can add 2 to this 1 because we have modulo 2. So 1 plus 2, that is 3. And 3 is already divisible by 3. So we replace 1 by 3. So we have 3x is congruent to 1 plus 2. We have 3 modulo 2. So now we can solve for x by dividing both sides of the equation of the linear congruence by 3. Okay, divide both by 3. Therefore, the value of x is congruent to 3 divided by 3. We have 1 modulo 2. So the answer is x equals 1. That is one of the solution. X equals 1. Okay? But the number of solution is the GCF. What is the GCF of 9 and 6? GCF of 9 and 6 is 3. So the GCF of 9 and 6 is equal to 3. That means we have 3 solutions from 0 up to 5, 1 less than our modulus. From 0 to 5, there are 3 solutions. And what are those solutions? We have first solution is 1. We add this. If we divide all by the GCF, ayan, by 3, we have modulo 2. So the solutions are 1 plus 2, we have 3. We can add another 2 because the modulus is 6. So 1 plus 3 plus another 2, 5. So these are the solutions that is less than the modulus 6. We have 1, 3, and 5. For general solution, we just add the modulus 6k. Okay? So we have 1, 3, and then 5. We can add 6k, our original modulus. So these are the solution. Okay? So that's all. So I hope you learned something for this video. See you on my next video for number 3. Bye-bye.